Anyone that has been through a divorce knows the emotional toll it can take. But the question is, what about the effect it can have on your finances? President and CEO Cathy DeWitt Dunn from DeWitt Dunn Financial Services is here with a checklist to help couples avoid common money mistakes during a divorce. She's also a certified divorce financial analyst. If a couple is considering divorce, where should they start when it comes to their finances?
Well, especially if you're talking about it, and hopefully it's going to be amicable, you need to get all of your financial records in order. And we need to take a look at our 401ks, our IRAs, our bank accounts, our bank statements. I even say credit report, because sometimes there's some things on our credit report that we might not know about. And then we need to sit down and we need to review those. But one of the things is that you need to go ahead and try to close those accounts prior to filing with your soon-to-be ex. So that way you've got everything set up ahead of time if you can agree to it and you won't have to worry about it. And then the other thing is if you have trust and wills, you're going to need a power of attorneys. You're going to need to update those records as well. But you may have to wait until after the divorce is finalized to make those changes. And then more importantly today, if you go onto my website at DeWittandDunn.com, I have a money checklist if you're thinking about divorce or if you're in the middle of it, just to make sure that you're on the right.
How do taxes play a role in divorce?
That is the biggest challenge going through a divorce and why it's so important to work with someone. So we have to take a look at making sure that when we go to divide up our assets, we have to look at post-tax dollars as well as pre-tax dollars and short-term and long-term capital gains. Because sometimes you might have a spouse that's going to say, well, I'm going to give you this asset and we'll just divide it up. Well, we have to look at what the tax consequences on that particular transaction. And then what we also want to do is make sure that when we're dividing up the house, we have to take a look at how that's going to work as far as taxes and IRAs. There's a lot of things to consider other than just having a ledger and saying, I'm going to take this and you're going to take this.
What do couples need to know about their retirement accounts during a divorce?
What I often see is that we usually have one primary wage earner a lot of times in a situation when people are getting divorced. And Social Security and retirement accounts should not be overlooked. And sometimes a judge may order a retirement account to be split to the other spouse. One of the things I want to point out is that if you have a 401k and you have that asset divided up via a quadro and you're under the age of 59 and a half, you can avoid the 10% penalty and you can take a withdrawal even though you're not retirement age. So that gives you some cash flow to help you as you're going to be going through this divorce.
Is there anything else each person should be thinking about during this process as well?
Yeah, I think you just have to create a strategy and think about where are you going next? What are you going to be doing in the future? And you need to take a look at a budget because now you've had two incomes coming in for a family. Now you're down to one.
What happens if the divorce is non-amicable?
Well, we see that oftentimes. It's really difficult because people sign up to kind of, make sure that, they're going to be able to work things out. And then all of a sudden things go sideways. I would say that at that point in time, you need to gather all your documents. You need to go and hire a divorce attorney that is right for you because there's a lot of people, a lot of attorneys out there. You might want to go and interview 2 or 3 and find which one you think is going to be, to represent you in the best way and that you think that you can get along with during this process. Because at this point in time, it's probably going to stretch out quite a bit.
Lots of information that you provided for us. We'll have everything that you just mentioned on our website at fox4news.com. Thank you. It's so good to see you, and we'll talk to you soon.
And likewise, have a great day.